Hey, stay down here. You're right. Yo, come on. So I got permission to leave to my house for work, the same way I come to the warehouse, same way we were allowed to leave to the strip club. And I guess people saw that I was working, took that opportunity. They were kids. From looks of it, the detectives are working fast. They found some stuff.
Allegedly, people are saying it was the Island Boys.
No, I don't even think Island Boys.
No, that's what I saw. I swear. No.
There were kids in this neighborhood.
What
so
the
let
fuck?
me leave that real clear. There's 230 homes in my neighborhood. What it's pointing out to be, yeah, he didn't do that then. But what was pointed out to be that it was kids in the neighborhood because there was no car that came in, no car that left. So it was white kids at that.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Hell no.
I thought they were boys. So, it was a mask, so you can.
Yeah, so there was no tattoos. So
are you gonna be
this myth that it was those two brothers that there's no tattoos. Their face was able to see there was no tat. So that's just a myth. It's just Instagram conspiracy. But anyway, long story short, I'm glad that my mom's okay. I'm glad that my dog's okay. I'm glad that my family's okay.
Amazing.
And these people took the opportunity when I wasn't home. Now, can I walk you guys down real quick?
Please.
Yeah, walk us down.
Please.
I'm gonna talk to Don real quick. Don, you're from Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Memphis rapper?
Oh, between it's a few.
Alright, just give me one.
Dolph.
Mm-hmm. If people ran in Dolph's mom's house while he wasn't there, right? If Dolph wasn't at his house and they saw him on live stream with you and they ran in his house and did that to his mom, would you respect it? Would anybody respect it? Oh, there's someone in the government that's disgusting that was like, well, your dog, where were you? Your dog knew who the I'm like, cause my dog is just so nice. My dog doesn't know you guys from anywhere.
Yeah, he's just sniffing.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was disgusting. The government is disgusting to even assume that, I would put my mom through that. But anyway, that's no gangster shit. That's not some man shit that's whack. Cause if it was Young Dolph, NBA Young Boy.
Oh, you got your ass beat, bitch.
Hey, don't be a mark.
Oh,
stay away from
girl. You think that? I don't care. Who runs up on a girl? You ran up on a girl. You hit my shit. No. Stop. Shut up.
No. Wait, what'd you say, sir?
You're grown and you act like a little. Shut up. Well, hey, when he hit my car.
For this video, we finally got new paperwork on the 6ix9ine home invasion suspect, and it gets messy fast. This same guy already folded in a separate gas station parking lot incident, where paperwork shows he cooperated after a quick vehicle dispute. And yes, there's video of him pulling out his phone and everything. Wild stuff. Let's break it down clean and fast. No dragging, straight facts. Fastest recap on YouTube, period. 6ix9ine's house gets broken into, and investigators believe this guy was one of the people involved. You can see them right there. His mom was present, dogs in the house, and at least 2 suspects were allegedly armed, which is where things turn serious. They didn't stay free for long though, because law enforcement moved quick. Now let's get into the actual paperwork. On November 16th, 2025, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched regarding an armed home invasion robbery investigation. After gathering initial statements from the victims, deputies responded to the scene and confirmed that 3 masked individuals entered the home with firearms and demanded money, according to official reports. They also demanded keys to the vehicles in the driveway, but still dipped with unknown items, which already raises eyebrows. Now let's line up who was actually inside the house, because this part matters. Oscar Hernandez, a white male, lives in the mother-in-law suite with his girlfriend, listed as Witness 1. Brianna Alvo, white female, Oscar's girlfriend, is Witness 2. Anthony Espinal, a white male family friend living in the main house, is Witness 3. Then there's Nativa Perez, wife and mother to Oscar and Daniel, officially listed as Victim 1. Yes, this is 6ix9ine's mom, clear as day. Daniel Hernandez himself wasn't even home. His room on the 2nd floor was empty during the incident. Investigators conducted sworn recorded interviews with everyone involved, and the story gets intense. Perez told deputies she arrived home, walked through the kitchen, opened the laundry room door leading to the garage, and boom, 3 masked suspects with firearms were right there, guns pointed, pressure on, and she was forced back inside while they demanded money and car keys, according to official statements. Perez didn't have access to any vehicle keys or cash, so the situation flipped fast. 2 of the suspects immediately started rummaging through the house, while the 3rd stayed back, keeping Perez trapped in the kitchen under pressure. When they still couldn't find what they wanted, things shifted outside quick. The suspects moved Perez outside, and one of them jumped into a black 2024 Mercedes Sprinter van parked in the driveway near the garage, entering through an unlocked passenger door and digging around inside. The other 2 went straight into the garage and appeared to grab small bags, possibly purses, before regrouping. That distraction created a small window, and Perez took it. While all 3 suspects were distracted, Perez ran to the mother-in-law suite where family members were inside. She banged on the door in panic and was met by her son, Oscar Hernandez, and family friend, Anthony Espinal. Perez was clearly shaken, telling them she was being robbed, while Espinal stepped outside and saw 3 masked armed suspects. One even tried to call him over, but Espinal backed off. Oscar pulled Perez inside, and 911 was called immediately, locking this moment into official record tied to 6ix9ine's family home. After that, the suspects took off running from the residence, and this is where the whole picture changes fast. Turns out there were multiple people home, not just one person like everyone originally assumed. The property has a main house, a side mother-in-law suite, and even a separate recording studio across the pond, so this wasn't some empty setup at all. These guys were moving sloppy. They were so locked in on finding money that they lost control of the situation, completely taking their eyes off Perez, which gave her the opening to reach other people inside the property and get 911 called immediately. That mistake alone flipped everything on them. Hernandez later advised deputies that he had home surveillance footage of the entire incident and handed the videos over to law enforcement. Yes, this is 6ix9ine's footage. Deputies reviewed the video and confirmed it shows 3 masked suspects entering the home and making contact with Perez in the kitchen. 2 of the suspects were clearly armed with handguns, while the 3rd appeared unarmed and stayed with Perez as the other 2 searched the house, all caught on camera. Eventually, the suspects swapped roles, and this part looks sloppy on camera. The 2 suspects with firearms stayed posted up with Perez in the kitchen, while the unarmed suspects searched the house solo, moving fast and reckless. At one point, one of the armed suspects yells out, and the unarmed suspect comes running back to the kitchen like he heard bad news. Right after that, all 3 head outside together. One suspect jumps back into the black Mercedes Sprinter van, and seconds later they take off eastbound, pulling out of the driveway and disappearing out of the camera's view, gone just like that. As for descriptions, it's vague. Skinny builds, dressed in black, nothing detailed, nothing clean, which already complicates things. The next day, November 17, 2025, deputies canvassed the surrounding area looking for additional footage, but came up empty. No usable video, no solid leads from nearby cameras. But then things shifted. A community security officer flagged a nearby resident who had images of 3 individuals on their property. Deputies responded to the address and learned the homeowners had a trail camera set up, which captured a clear photo of 3 subjects walking through their driveway, setting the stage for the next break in the case tied to 6ix9ine's home invasion. On November 16, 2025, deputies reviewed the photo, and it shows 3 subjects walking in the dark using flashlights, moving real quiet and real calculated. The homeowners also said they found a card lying in their driveway, and here's the key detail. It wasn't wet, meaning it had just been dropped recently. That alone raised alarms. They handed the card over, and it turned out to be a medical device identification card with the patient name Ade Alter on it. Deputies collected both the card and the photo and officially logged them into evidence, locking this in. After that, investigators responded to meet 6ix9ine, Daniel Hernandez himself, along with his girlfriend, Ade. When shown the card, she immediately identified it as hers, saying it was inside her black purse that was stolen during the invasion, no hesitation at all. She then listed what was taken, all believed to be upstairs in her room. Gold and black Van Cleef earrings, estimated $2,600. A diamond necklace with a nameplate reading Alade, estimated at $25,000. A black Balenciaga purse, about $2,000. A pink Chanel purse, roughly $5,000, containing insurance cards, plus her Florida driver's license, Amex, additional credit cards, and bank card. This wasn't random, this was a serious score attempt. So yeah, it looks like they did get away with a few items, and some of this stuff will move no matter what. Those Van Cleef earrings alone are always in demand if they're legit, no questions asked. Then there's the diamond necklace with her name on it, valued around $25,000. But let's be honest, on the street, nobody's paying full diamond price. Most times, you're getting gold value, not retail. And knowing 6ix9ine, he doesn't go light on jewelry, so that piece could be heavy enough to scrap for real money. But they'd have to move smart because you're not walking into a regular pawn shop with that kind of heat and handing over ID like nothing happened. Add in the black Balenciaga purse at $2,000 and the pink Chanel purse at $5,000, and now the math starts mathing. Altogether, they made off with over $35,000 worth of property, easy. But here's where it turns interesting fast. This paperwork shows exactly how investigators zeroed in on Pedro. During the ongoing investigation, law enforcement pulled historical cell site location data from devices communicating with towers near both locations, meaning phones started telling stories people didn't want told. They literally ran every single phone ping in the area during the time of the home invasion, and that part alone is low-key spooky. Legally tracking who was where and when based on phone location data is wild, but that's exactly how this started tightening up. Once detectives reviewed T-Mobile records, they spotted one device that kept popping up at the exact time and place of the invasion. Here's where it gets crazy. That same phone also showed up near the other home where the stolen ID card was found, meaning one device connected both locations. That was enough for investigators to secure an additional search warrant for full historical cell site location data on that phone. The number, blurred in the report, was linked to Pedro Daniel Rodriguez, and his movement pattern told a clean story. His location showed him traveling from Golden Lakes Boulevard straight to the area of 6ix9ine's home, then heading right back afterward. A background check showed he's 5 feet 9 inches thin build and lives in an apartment complex off Golden Lakes Boulevard. Detectives then conducted surveillance and spotted Pedro wearing a black long-sleeve hooded sweatshirt, black Adidas-style pants, and black shoes or sandals, matching the general suspect description almost too perfectly. This part is major because his outfit lines up almost perfectly with what Suspect 1 and Suspect 2 were wearing during the home invasion. Based on that match, detectives locked in a search warrant for his apartment dated December 19, 2025, and they didn't come light at all. The Palm Beach Sheriff's Office SWAT team executed it, full pressure, no games. When they called people out of the apartment, 3 occupants came out, his mother, Pedro himself, and another individual named Sergio, believed to be his brother. and here's where it gets sticky. When Rodriguez walked out, he was wearing a black Nike jacket with a rear air vent, which matched the exact jacket seen on surveillance footage worn by Suspect 1. That's not coincidence, that's alignment. Then comes the interview mistake. During a post-Miranda interview, Rodriguez confirmed his cell phone number, saying he's had it for years, and this is exactly why this situation went left. Why even sit down and talk? That phone number is the only direct evidence linking him to both locations. 6ix9ine's home and the spot where the stolen ID was found. Once he confirmed it, the dots basically connected themselves. They straight up asked, "Is this your number?" And he said yes, claiming he's had it for a couple of years, which is a huge self-own right there. That single answer locked the phone to him, making it the strongest connection investigators had. He then claimed he'd never been inside the gated community and said that on November 16, 2025, he stayed at his girlfriend's house before going home later, trying to distance himself. When asked if he'd ever met 6ix9ine, he said yes, but downplayed it, claiming they randomly crossed paths in traffic on Southern Boulevard and even took a quick photo on the side of the road. Sounds casual, but it still places him around the same circles. Detectives then asked if he'd heard about anything happening to Hernandez recently, and he said no, playing unaware. But once investigators told him they had evidence found inside his room, the energy changed fast. That's when he invoked his right to remain silent, and questioning immediately stopped. This interview summary makes one thing clear: there's no confession here, but confirming that phone number was the critical mistake. That single detail tied him to both locations, giving detectives exactly what they needed to push the case forward. At this point, he still hasn't said anything else, and that's not shocking at all. This is a fresh case, and most people don't start talking right away. They wait until reality sets in, and they realize they're not walking out anytime soon, and the pressure is real. Now here's where it tightens up. When detectives spoke with Garcia, she confirmed her room was the master bedroom and that Rodriguez slept in the front right room, locking in the layout. She said that on November 16, 2025, she was in New York, not even in town. She also provided Rodriguez's phone number and confirmed the phone is in her name, but he's been using that same number for several years, which lines up with everything else. When asked if she called him that day, she said yes and voluntarily showed her phone. Call logs confirmed she spoke to Rodriguez multiple times throughout November 16th. She was also asked about ring camera footage from November 16th and 17th, which she provided without hesitation. Reviewing that footage tells a clear story. On November 16th, 2025, Rodriguez and an unknown male are seen leaving the home. Rodriguez is wearing a black sweatshirt with a white emblem, black Adidas-style pants with white stripes, carrying a phone, and the jacket has a rear air vent, a major detail. The second male is dressed all black with greenish underwear visible. Then on November 17, 2025, Rodriguez is seen returning home wearing the same black sweatshirt, tightening the timeline around the investigation connected to Bertourt. 6ix9ine's case. Black Adidas-style pants with white stripes, carrying a cell phone, and he's walking with another unknown male wearing a black jacket, white undershirt, and black pants. Lock that in. So based on this description, Pedro Rodriguez is clearly in a black sweatshirt, black Adidas-style pants with white stripes, and a phone in hand, plain and simple. Now let's really look at the surveillance, because this is where things get loud. You see one guy right here with stripes, then another guy right here with stripes too. But check the details. One stripe looks solid, the other looks like it has lines in between. That could be lighting, movement, or even hair throwing the image off, because one of them clearly has longer hair. Either way, it's close. That Adidas logo right there stands out heavy. And yes, one of them is clearly holding a firearm, no guessing there. The outfits match almost perfectly, down to the smallest details, and that's not luck. Same clothes, same build, same setup. Now, which one is Pedro? Could be this one, could be the other. Both skinny, both dressed identical. Either way, the overlap is wild and the match is tight. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me what you see. Now, here's the next move. Detectives searched the residence and located multiple items inside a black and yellow bin, pushing this case tied to 6ix9ine's home invasion even further. Inside his room, detectives uncovered a lot, and it wasn't light at all. They found 17 boxes of THC disposable vapes, then 50 more boxes, plus the empty packaging those came in. On top of that, there were red, white, and blue bags filled with marijuana, more loose bags, and THC cartridges stacked up, way more than casual use. This wasn't low-level personal stuff, it was moving weight. Then come the designer items. They recovered 3 purses, a pink Chanel, a black Dolce & Gabbana, and a brown monogram Louis Vuitton. Alongside that, they located the black Adidas sweatpants, a black Nike hoodie, and a black polo hooded sweater, basically matching the outfit seen on surveillance almost exactly. Based on the investigators' training and experience, the quantity of narcotics found was consistent with street-level distribution, not personal use, which adds another layer of pressure. On the kitchen counter sat a red iPhone with a black leather wallet case, confirmed to belong to Rodriguez, with his ID cards inside. No confusion there. Then it gets heavier. In a child's bedroom, deputies located a black Glock 19 9mm with distinctive markings and loaded magazines, later confirmed stolen in West Palm Beach in 2022 and consistent with the firearm used during the home invasion. Photos of the purses were sent to 6ix9ine's girlfriend, who confirmed all 3 were hers and said she didn't even realize the Louis Vuitton and Dolce & Gabbana bags were taken, sealing it tight. So let's sum this up clean, because the evidence stack is heavy. Pedro Rodriguez's cell phone data places him in the area during the home invasion and also at the location where the victim's stolen card was recovered, which already ties 2 scenes together. On top of that, ring and home surveillance videos from his residence line up with those phone locations, matching movements and timing almost perfectly. Inside his bedroom, deputies located the victim's stolen purses, along with multiple clothing items that matched what the suspects were wearing on surveillance. They also recovered a firearm consistent with the weapon described during the home invasion, which is a major problem all by itself. Add in the amount of marijuana found, which investigators say is consistent with street-level sales, and the case only gets worse. Based on the totality of the evidence, detectives determined there was probable cause to arrest Pedro for armed home invasion robbery, false imprisonment, grand theft between $20,000 and $100,000, and possession of marijuana with intent to sell. Real talk, this isn't light time at all. Without serious cooperation, he's facing decades, and in the worst case scenario, this case tied to 6ix9ine's home invasion could follow him for life. The evidence didn't miss. They recovered the items, the clothes, the phone trail, and the weapon, all locked in. They've got video of you leaving. They've got cell phone data placing you at the scene, and that's already checkmate. This isn't one loose thread, this is everything lining up at once. And let's be real, this isn't the type of case where you just lawyer up with some elite defense team and make it disappear. The evidence is stacked way too clean for that. Now, if you remember the video I broke down yesterday, I already said this situation didn't come out of nowhere. He had another incident involving a car where things spiraled fast. The footage shows him opening a car door that made contact with another vehicle, which immediately set things off. Emotions ran high, both people exited their cars, and the situation turned chaotic quick. I'm not showing that footage here because YouTube doesn't play with physical altercations like that, but trust me, the interaction was loud, tense, and messy. The clip keeps going. Both parties get back into their vehicles, and at one point, he even tries to block her from leaving, which only makes things worse. She wasn't having it and managed to get away anyway. And that's not the only clip floating around either. This whole pattern shows poor judgment under pressure. And when you combine that with surveillance footage phone data, and physical evidence, it paints a bad picture. This case tied to 6ix9ine's home invasion isn't shaky at all. It's solid, and that's why this situation is basically locked in. Alright, let's clean this up and put it in perspective because the outcome is already written. He tried to move tough and act street, but reality hit fast, and now he's learning the hard way that choices come with consequences. Right now, he's sitting in custody with no bond, and the process is already rolling forward heavy. Quick clarification, because there was confusion online. He was 19 years old at the time of that vehicle incident, which happened back in March, and some older images floating around weren't current, so let's keep the facts straight. Either way, this case is stacked top to bottom. Video, phone data, clothing, stolen items, and the weapon. There's no missing piece here. This is why people are calling it a done case, and yeah, it looks like 6ix9ine ends up having the last laugh in this situation. But I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, let it be known. Make sure you like this video, share it, and comment your take so the conversation keeps moving. Most importantly, subscribe to Dripzine and click hype on this video. It's free and it helps the channel big time. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, for real.